Falcons.
I have no idea. Well, even Rain was like, yeah, I don't know. We were throw-in. There was no reason for us to throw that game.
Yeah.
I agree 100%, by the way. W Rain. Flying Clouds this time around. So we have another map where I think this is actually the map that we see a lot from Falcons. See, oh, whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa. Swapping
Okay, they're
sides.
swapping. Okay, they
First
are
time
swapping.
Aurora are on blue side now. So is this still a build-up for a Claude first pick? Now that's the question.
I think so, man. Like, I still think... Oh, no, they take the Grok.
Ooh.
Wow.
Now the Falcon pull up with the Claude is the question now, because then it changes everything. They,
Valentina this early on.
I guess it's steal away the tech charge, but yeah, that is very early. Let's see what the idea is right now, because, well, I guess the Yves and the Juicin have both been taken out. But the Calais, oh wait, the Calais is still up for grabs for Falcon. They can technically still use that. The Grok's already picked up by Aurora.
And could
this
this be
should still
flexed?
be a Claude.
Like, could
right?
the Valentina be flexed in the XP lane?
I guess, but there's no Sora, so I don't think you want to flex it.
It's so interesting, too.
It
Just
is
because
very interesting pick.
that they would want to bring that early on in the draft. There's a Claude. Since it was open, Aurora go ahead and grab that. So Seaboom. Hopefully, you know, even though, again, we've talked about how winning the Claude is right now, but even so, like those micro decisions that the team fight decisions that you have to make, still crucial here. And they'll pair up a Lancelot. So we'll finally see the Lancelot come through in this draft for Game 3 in the hands of TNZ.
So they pick up the Valentina here, despite they themselves batting out that Sora. I wonder what is going to be the third pick. I wonder if they want to go for that Arda, because it did kind of work, but again, in the early game, it didn't do all that well. In terms of roamers, the Gato is still there, but they go for the carry. I mean, hey, Sano had an MVP performance and rose the win rate all the way to 31%. Damn, with that one win, numbers are weird.
Yeah, so they're actually going to pick up the Lance here this game. So something we were expecting in the previous game after seeing the Frederick. Now the Yuzong gets banned out. Really good ban here. I thought actually the Yuzong would actually show up there. Very, very good ban coming in from Falcons. I'm just really like caught off guard by the pick so far. Like, I did not expect some of these to come through this early, like the Valentina again. There's only one big ultimate to take. And I guess for Rosa, the big question now is what pick is available for him? We've seen that the Selena has always been banned away, but we haven't seen him pick it up. But usually, well, in the last two games, because Yves is open.
Yeah.
So Yves Juicin banned out. Is this the time to go for the Selena?
Selena, Farsa. We've also seen a whole lot of Lunox. I think Rose has played the Lunox probably one of the most times from all our players in the mid right now. But yeah, there's a Farsa ban, so that even narrows it further. So we might just see that. And that would be such a, almost like a traditional lineup in a way if it is going to be a Selena over here. But now that Uranus is banned out, we got these last picks to come through Team Falcons on red 4. We'll see what they end up going. If they pick up their roam now, or if they wait for the XP, I just think...
I feel like it's still safe if you want to go for something like a Gatot, which kind of does do okay against both the Claude as well as the Lance. I just don't know if there's any other picks that Tro will want. So they pick up the Esmeralda first, which I think is safe. But I wonder if they really want to have something funky for their roam, which I think they shouldn't. I feel like Gatot is just so safe.
Yeah.
I think it should just be a Lunox pickup here. There's no shred. You need someone to deal damage towards the Esmeralda. I think the Farsa works in both ways. You know, you have a little bit more shred, some burst, plus you can zone the carry, and it's really good against the Fredrin too. It's just then you need someone else in the XP lane to peel for the rest of the team against this Esmeralda.
Yeah. So in terms of picks coming in for Aurora, I actually do believe that Lunox will be good. So Lunox does get picked up, and they're gonna pick up the Terizla again, which is okay. But again, as someone that sets up for the fight, you kind of have to make sure that your team can actually follow up, you know? So I don't want to see those mistakes again in Game 3.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's, you know, you can always look at the draft, break it down, but if your execution in terms of like positioning is off, you know, battle spells being used when they don't necessarily need to, it can throw off your entire game plan here. So Aurora has a pretty good lineup all around. Whoa! This is what we were asking for,
I actually like that.
We were asking for the Minotaur, was it a couple days ago, I think it was.
I love Minotaur.
It popped up in the wildcard, right?
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Guangzhou Gaming, a signature pick actually for Guangzhou Gaming.
It's good because there's so much thing that the Minotaur can deny from the opponents because you can't spell Minotaur without no.
That's facts.
See, this time I got it right.
This time you got it right. You didn't
I
add
spelled
two
it out.
extra letters like
That's
the OP
good.
and Claude.
Yeah, you also cannot spell Minotaur without me.
Me as an MI? Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
real me.
Oh, that's also an
yeah.
ME, by the way.
Well, hey, talk about game 3, right? Dude, this is a good draft coming in from both teams. So now, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be the final game in this best of 3 between Falcons against Aurora Gaming. One win brings you all the way to the knockout stage. The question is, who can do it?
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Into the land of dawn we go. It was an equalizer earlier by Team Falcons. We're into game number 3, 1-1, and it's already very, very different here for both these teams. Again, we here on the desk really like the Minotaur pick, but it is going to be, I would say, weaker in terms of just pure meta. You're going to have to play it in a certain way where you peel for Sano, and it really just looks like the composition is built for that.
Oh.
Why are they taking 1v1 level 1?
All right, quite low here for Cuffin. Holding on to that flicker though, so he'll be fine. He's gonna go over Gen, but yeah, they're gonna have hard time dueling this out too, just because you don't have that motivational roar just yet from Troll. We'll see if they try to delay that a little bit further, but yeah, it's more or less going to be how this is utilized. You can do some crazy setups with a Minotaur, but I mean, look at this. The purple buff already going to be started up and stolen. Boy, trying to get there in time, but a little bit too late. Troll taking so much damage, just off on the timings here.
Yeah, it just sucks because it was not punished at all. And this is why mid prio is so it's so important, because rarely do we see that, because rarely do we see a mid lose by that much.
Exactly. It's strange because we were just talking about it. Minotaur will lose out in the early portions of the game, especially when it comes to just battling it out against a Grok, especially considering now it's a Valentina plus Minotaur against a Lunox level 1. Level 1 Lunox is one of the strongest picks because of the constant sustain you get from all of the minions bouncing back. Let's take a look at the emblems here. It really doesn't look like there's anything too crazy. Yeah, it's just pretty standard all across the board.
Honestly, if this game goes 50 minutes, then the Minotaur would be doing quite well, because especially around those Lord fights, the knockups coming in from the first kill as well as the Minotaur Fury can really help out, especially if Aurora Gaming are prone to mistakes, overextending. Then yeah, this pick can really turn things around. So we just gotta wait all the way up until around, maybe the soonest is at 13.
Yep.
13 minutes, well.
Oh, good steal there.
Yeah, Cuffin will take that tech charge. First turtle of the game. Both gold leaders going to go ahead and chill. And it looks like Tienzi will just give this one up. He wants to take the orange buff instead. Good little delay there too. Resetting the turtle. Great choice, but they get the information too. You've got Troll going up there to handle that take, but I don't know if that's really going to help. They'll fight this turtle. They'll go ahead and secure it out. Boy, it's going to be fine. Goes in. It gets it off with the retribution. But they have to deal with this damage in the jungle as TNZ now goes, and he's fine.
Yeah, that take was so slow, by the way. The turtle take. They resetted it unintentionally, I think, the second time around. Rosa.
Oh, Rosa. Trying to get Troll, but Troll's going to be fine. I'm not sure if they're actually going to be able to engage into a fight here. Energy Eruption with the Appraiser's Wrath, but it's Pagu who's tanky enough.
I would say at least when we look at the goal difference, it's not that much yet. Most of it is in the jungler, but again, I think Boyet is completely fine as a Fredrin. As long as he doesn't lose by 1,005, I think he's still okay.
I don't know why Cuffin didn't use Tech Charge there, by the way. Like, it looked like there was a lot of different angles for him to go for, and a lot of good timings for him to go for the Tech Charge, and was also on the wall. Yeah. Right as Boyet chain CC'd him. In the end, the Tech Charge doesn't really get them anything, and Tienzi's still able to counter jungle really, really well. On top of the fact that, remember, early on he got the purple buff, right? So he's still steadily ahead of the Fredrin despite Turtle 1.
Yeah. How ahead is he? Is he only, he's going to be about a level ahead? Well, it's still there on the bottom. He's been doing his best to keep farming up, and you know, I don't know if the Fredrin loses another buff or so. It may not be that big of a deal in comparison to a Lancelot, but as you mentioned, you just don't want to fall too far behind. So orange is going to be up. Boy, it does hit the level 7, so it doesn't seem like he's too far behind TNZ for now, but Pago will go ahead and give that information, and they'll rotate to the next objective here once it's up in about 15.
Well, TNZ is here, and I do agree with Mirko. Cuffin holding on to that tech charge. It's fine for you to wait for the perfect moment, but at the same time, I don't want to hold on that ult for like 6 to 7 minutes.
No, he's been holding it for a few minutes
Exactly.
already.
It's been a while, man.
So the next turtle's coming up. I hope by that time he uses it. Honestly, for this fight around buff, I'm okay if he uses it here too.
yeah, if they really want to take it away, they're trying to bait on the red tree. Ah, boy, red tree. Okay.
Yeah, Boyet actually takes it with a retribution. He's going to go ahead and slide on through. Tech charge, though. They're going to initiate the fight anyway, and there it is, all thrown into the mid lane. TNZ trying to get away from the Blazing Duet. Patrol falls too, and now Sigiboom has the go as he picks up and does enough damage here. Picking up a couple kills now for Aurora. They'll go for the turtle.
Sano gets the turret, but the fact that, oh, hold on, Sigiboom taking quite a bit of damage. But yeah, Sigiboom having 2 assists there, and Aurora Gaming winning out that fight, getting this turtle. Now that's huge. But at the same time, I'm worried when they have the lead. I don't want them to win by too much.
Yeah, because if they do, then we see Deja Vu to game number 2. But it really depends, because game number 1, they were pretty good with the lead. So I hope we're seeing more of game 1 Aurora than game 2 Aurora. But I hope we see more of game 2 Falcons than game 1 Falcons right now, because it really looks like for Falcons, they're trying to be proactive when they don't need to. I don't know what that move was over on Purple Buff, because with this composition, clearly from Turtle 1 as well, Aurora are very uncomfortable dealing with the Esmeralda when they have control over Turtle.
Well, Emily Zone just trying to delay Boyet from taking this. Won't be able to get it. He's trying to get away now too, but they're going to be trapped once again. Tech charge, throwing him in the air. Boyet getting taken out. Another mistake here on this side of the Aurora Gaming's jungle.
The only possible reasoning I can see where, say, Coach Powerburn is basically saying, like, you're going to throw your body, you're going to pull TNZ away, giving some time for Cuffin as well as Sano to get some farm. Again, I don't know if it's worth it. Personally, for me, I don't think so, because your jungler is kind of important, right? You don't want him to be down in levels. But, you know, we'll see.
Again, unnecessary proactiveness, right? Like, going in to try to invade the jungle here when Aurora have a lot of members around there, it was just really, really tough. It's like, it gets really odd. I really think it's more of like that game 1 Falcons where they try to make some of those proactive moves, but it just doesn't really work out in their way.
A bit too desperate, yeah.
Yeah, because like, again, because you lose a few fights, it doesn't mean your win con is completely gone. The win con of controlling neutral objectives and playing around it is still there. And that's why, again, if you look at Turtle number 1, how Falcons were able to control it, it was because of the Esmeralda. They need to just play around the neutral objectives, let the Esmeralda do his thing, bait out resources, and then they control it. But if this is what happens, if Aurora are the ones that can react to plays or be more proactive, it's really tough.
They're going for a play on Sanji right here. He's going to burn the flicker. TNZ will go in a little bit further to do that damage with Thorn Rose, but won't be able to pick up the kill. Turtle for the taking here for Team Falcons, so no go on the pickoff on bot. They will get a tier 1 turret, but they traded out for the turtle.
Yeah, I'm not so sure if that's Rosa going thinking they can get that kill, but even so, I really don't think it was worth it. Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Yeah, I don't really think it's about the worth. It's for Aurora, again, clearly being very uncomfortable going in head-on neutral objective fight against Team Falcons. That's why Team Falcons this time, I give them props. That was a really, really good maneuver by them. Play for neutral objectives. And for Aurora, I also like it. They need to be going for trades, at least in this portion of the game, until they have some solid power spikes. But, with that being said, how are they going to deal with the Minotaur with Sigiboom on the clock again?
Sano! A big tech charge coming through, but he's got the annoying motivational roar to help him out. Could have been way worse for Sano. He did burn the flicker, though.
Yeah, but that's also showing the strength of Flash of the Oasis, man. Yes. Like, he should have died. But with the HP and the shielding as well, this should tell Aurora, even if you don't get caught by the big Minoan Fury, even that motivation roar is going to cause problems. Because if you can't kill Sano, and Sano takes at least 3 of you, oh, bro, that feels bad.
Plus, he's got the healing, little extra, isn't that the healing, fervor? Is it fervor?
Favor, yeah,
favor. Favor. The little extra heal there, and, you know, that's one of the things that people don't really account for too much, just because Minotaur doesn't get picked up that often, but that big burst of heal is what is kind of, it's it makes you miscalculate almost in the fight.
Feels unfair.
Yeah. It's very motivational.
They actually did have a dominance ice already, by the way, on the Grok, so that was through it.
Oh, there's a penalty zone. They're going to go for it this time. Sano! He doesn't have the heal enough to survive that under the turret. So Team Falcons, they'll hold on to their tier 1 up top, but they lost Sano finally.
So if you fail, just try again, but punch harder.
Well, also there was no flicker on Sano, so it's already very, very difficult. So they,
But also punch harder.
sure, they're also very aware of again the battle spell, the punching harder with Lunar.
Yeah.
Add more dudes.
Yep. You punch with a heavy axe.
Hammer? Is it a hammer?
That's,
Axe hammer.
Yeah,
Hamrax.
Hamrax.
I've never heard that before.
Eh,
It's definitely a two-handed weapon, though.
you learn something new every day.
Yeah, that's true.
Good hold by Cuffin there on this position. Needs to go for a big tech charge, but they're going to wave up top. It's actually going to be very good for Falcons, and they actually can burst it down. Sano's already on it.
Yeah, they're going to go for this. It's at half health. Boyet will hold it there as Tianzi went for the buff. Now Sanji taking a ton of damage. Actually, burning the flicker already. A big tech charge comes through as Tianzi secures the Lord. Fight still breaking out. Pagu's out of the picture. Lunar and Tianzi are next. Team Falcons able to pick up a triple kill for Sano after Lord was taken. So Team Falcons wins the fight. They lose the objective.
Great steal by Aurora. I hope we get a replay of that because, I don't know, my eyes deceive me, but... Oh! What?
Oh, he's... Oh! Doesn't get away. Rosa comes in with a cleanup, looking for Cuffin as well. Pops the brilliance to survive the last shot from the turret.
All right, Sigaboom definitely made up for, I would say, the mistake around Lord, dude, because he blazing duet on just the Esmeralda, if I'm not mistaken, on the Lord there. He couldn't get the angle on the rest of the team because he put the BMI backwards, but he could have just flickered in as well. I think, again, like he was trying to wait for Troll to use the Minions Fury, and he did, but he just didn't go all in the end. Maybe a little bit of jitters from previous game where he actually went in a bit too deep, right? The second time around.
At the same time, I'm not so sure if Team Falcons really should go fight for that one because look at the items here. Sanji does not have a Dominance Ice or a Chastise Pauldron, so I feel like him frontlining Sigaboom is not that great of an idea. And Cuffin, even though he does have that that glowing wand, I'm not so sure if he was able to hit him first to deny that healing. I can see the idea of killing Sigaboom there, but I feel like the execution can definitely be much better.
Yeah. Hold on now, Sigaboom. He's building towards the melting gun. Queen's Wings, I believe, is next for Boyet there, right as he goes for the Dreadnought Armor, Brute Force. It's next on the block for him. That's crazy on the other side, though. Everything else is quite standard. It's just Aurora now really utilizing these waves to try to crack those turrets open with the Lord. It's just unfortunate that they lost so many members because of the peel coming in from Troll.
Yeah, much slower game in this game 3. I mean, much lower kills too, just because of the nature of these compositions. And so it's what we're going to see from now on is really just kind of playing into the Lord takes as they fight for that space and the objectives. And, you know, one of the advantages that they can go for is at least taking down some of these turrets, and that's why you see Tianzi up there.
What?
Oh, Sigaboom!
Oh my
Goodness, Sigaboom again getting caught.
You know what? That was on Boyet. Boyet was so good on that Fredrin.
Yeah, but like
he baited and taunted. He taunted twice.
They on it twice. He used the retribution, but it's like, man, Sigaboom didn't really necessarily have to be there. Plus, he still has a flicker.
No, he was taunted, not with the skill. You know, just like
Taunted by him.
Exactly. So it's like I gotta go in. See, it's not just micro mechanics. It's psychological as well.
Yeah, definitely psychological there. That was a psycho move by Sigaboom walking up like that.
Sure.
Because, like, yeah.
I'm trying to protect him here. All right.
Oh, okay. I just want to give props to all you analysts. You guys have like really. You guys are very patient.
Oh, you have to be. You have to be. We're professionals, no?
I just want to say,
IQ and the EQ.
I never want to analyze ever again. This is the last time.
This is the last night.
Yeah.
Well, Lord's up.
Table host. Analyst is fun.
We'll see if this team fight's going to be fun or not. Pagu in position here for a potential
This is dangerous.
charge on forward. It's already in the corner of the health. They're going to go for it. Big tech charge control. Gets the Lord anyway. But they're still going to fall. Lunar goes down. Sano unleashing on Pagu next as he gets a double. What happened to Aurora Gaming in that fight?
Gentlemen, let me just say, This might be the first time Meta goes all the way to the knockout stage. They're catching Aurora Gaming here. And I love the Minotaur, man. 13, 50 minutes, that's where he shines.
Give the MVP to Troll already. I think that's going to be the votes coming in. And it might actually go all the way. Siggy Boom, can he make up for the mistakes?
Well, we'll see. Mid-turret's already be knocking down Team Falcons. Flying around outside of the base of Aurora Gaming. They still have a Lord to march with them. Wanting to take out these tier 2 turrets, still top and bottom. They wait to push in a little bit further, but it will be the full force of Aurora Gaming up on the defense.
I gotta say, no matter who the MVP is, I gotta shout out to Cuffin as well. He's playing this Valentina quite well. 0-0 and 7. Like, all the heroes that he's been using is actually quite good. Cuffin really stepped up since the last time he was in the M series.
Yep, it's been phenomenal. Cuffin, really, really good stuff on the board here. Able to get the base turret in the mid lane, but that's about it. No far lane base turrets here. So Aurora are actually still in it. And now the question is, how do they play around the Minion's Fury? Because that ability is just so disgusting when Team Falcons are the ones holding on to the Lord, right? Because for Aurora, they're forced to react to it. They're forced to go in, but when they do, they get knocked up 3 times. Troll, really solid on those resets.
Plus Cuffin's tech charge.
And the
Plus
thing
Cuffin's
is,
tech charge.
The thing is, as Minotaur, you will use your Minion Rage early if you're threatened. But honestly, this lineup is not that threatening to Minotaur because with the new passive, the more you get poked, the more you heal back up. So you can't even poke him out, you gotta all in. But I don't know about the all-in damage that they really have against this Minotaur, especially because he does have that chastised pauldron. If he drops down, he's gonna get back up.
Right now, Aurora needs to get Winter Crowns on the board. That's the only way to deal with the Minion's Fury knocking you up, plus the carry getting those free hits, right? Because if you don't have the Winter Crown, you're just there, constantly getting hit while you're in the air, unable to do anything. At least this time, Siggy Boom's going for Winter Crown, man. Oh, thank you.
Picked it up this time.
Okay, I want to be analyst again.
Yeah, he heard the analyst. You know, that's why our jobs is important.
Yeah. If it was with nature, you guys are casting duo.
I'm okay with casting with nice. He's a nice guy.
He's a nice Sue guy. Get it?
I think even with
nice in his name. And an ooh.
Even with a Winter Crown, though, man. Like, I'm glad he picked it up, too, but that last team fight, it's still a matter of them getting that favor. Because they're fighting around the Lord Pit like that, knowing you got a Minotaur across from you, plus your own kind of tech charge used against you. Sano's had all the space in the world to work with, you know? They really haven't been able to get to Sano easily except that one time. And that seems to be the problem with Aurora Gaming. For this Lord, Team Falcons, look at them. They know their advantage. They'll go ahead and start this Lord up. Aurora Gaming popping the conceal. Siggy Boom and Rosa staying on the back foot here. Half health on that Lord already. Lunar might be the one to set things up too with that penalty zone if he can get it, but it looks like it's just going to go for a reset.
Yeah, wave is good for Aurora Gaming actually. We were able to set it up earlier, I believe, with Tienzi in the bottom lane. Pagu.
Oh, Pagu. Okay, boy, it's going to take quite a few shots from Siggy Boom here, so they're going to have to go for a reset again as he heals back up. Still trying to decide who's going to initiate this fight. Neither team wants it yet.
Yeah. Again, you gotta take care of Troll, but Troll actually is positioning as a support more than a tank. He's able to maintain his HP quite well.
Oh, the huge tech charge comes through, and it breaks on in. They're thrown in the air by Cuffin and Troll, but they're already falling apart. Troll's gonna be next. Aurora Gaming comes in with a team fight that they wanted, and they secured the Lord with everyone still alive.
I don't know if I curse it, but dude, that needs an instant replay. Everything happened so fast. I was like, wait, what happened?
Yeah, Aurora identified the problem as well. They've just not been able to go in because they've been staggered a lot. And by the time Team Falcons go in for those CC lockdowns, it's too big.
This is so tough to deal with. You don't have much clear at all. Lunar's gonna jump in. They're trying to delay this Lord as Cuffin is blasted by Siggy Boom, and that'll be another that falls. Aurora Gaming might have struggled, but they made it happen anyway. They'll move on to the knockout stage.
Congratulations to Aurora. Falcon almost did it. But again, this is the game where one mistake, especially around those neutral objectives, can really turn things around. But again, congratulations to Aurora. But being professional here, I feel like they still have a few things they need to work on to survive the knockout stage.
And thank goodness they'll have a lot of days to prepare for the knockout stage. because they have qualified to the knockout stage here. They won't need to play tomorrow. They're going to get a few more days to go through some of the mistakes that they were showing here today. But yes, GG Pagu. What a tech charge. And to go through it again, I agree. We need to see the replay to really bring it up and to really dissect what happened.
Slow-mo as well.
The slow-mo, if possible, in that final fight. It is identifying that, okay, we don't have Winter Crowns available just yet, but what do we have in our tool set currently? It's we can go in first. We can have that combo before they can even react to it, right? All this time, it's all about the proactive team around the neutral objectives. For Team Falcons, when they were able to hold Allure, they forced in Aurora to react, and it was an instant reaction from Troll as well to go for those knockups, and that's where Sano can really get those free hits. But when the fight started by Pagu going in for a random tech charge out of nowhere, not telegraphed at all. You see just a random tech charge flicker in, and you see two members knocked up. That's when you can see the follow-up. Lunar instantly with the penalty zone flicker, and that's where Sano had to walk back, had to try to flicker out, had to try to get into position before he could go for the free hits. Where again, in the previous fight, he could always go for free hits while Troll was knocking people up.
Yeah, and that's that goes to show you why Grok's been prioritized. A lot of times. I mean, he only had what was it one loss, right, on the previous games here throughout the series. But
in the hands of Falcon, yes.
Yeah, in the hands of Falcons, and it's like again, Cuffin was basically cosplaying the Grok. Like he had the tech charge himself, but in that position, I hope we will see it later in the highlights, but. That positioning, here they are.
Look at this.
Ooh.
That is it right there.
And it was Sano who was caught, that's why, right? You see him get knocked up, and it was the double as Lunar joined in with the penalty zone.
Yeah. And now looking onto the stage, looks like a Rose is ready with the rest of the members of Aurora Gaming. Again, big congratulations to them. Hope for good results in the knockout stage, and hope they utilize the time that they have before knockout stage to really get ready. But yeah, all in all, Falcons, they're still not out just yet. Gotta fix a few things, man. They were close, just not enough. For now, let's go on to the stage where Rose is alongside Aurora Gaming to celebrate and interview their victory.
Aurora Gaming is the third team to officially qualify for the knockout stages. And with me here on stage, we have the whole team. You know what? Let's start off with Rosa. Rosa, congratulations. How do you feel about securing your knockout position?
Aslında bugün biraz gerçekten çalkantılı geçti. Beklediğimiz gibi olmadı. 2-0 yapmayı planlıyorduk. Bazı sıkıntılar yaşadık ve son maçta gerçekten gerildik ama çıkmayı başardık. Gerçekten mutluyum şu anda.
It was a bit messy. We were expecting 2-0, but we did it.
Yeah, that was a very close game 2 and 3 actually from the side of both teams. And you know what? Speaking of which, Lunar, maybe we could talk a little bit about what happened in game 2 because it looked like you guys had such a massive lead. But how did things turn around? Was it a miscommunication? Was it discipline issue? Tell us a little bit about it.
We were off position a bit in the fights. That's why I think we lost. There was no good communication at the late game and mid game.
Just lack of communication. All right. I hope that entering the knockout stages, Aurora Gaming as a team definitely can improve and work on the problems that you guys have had throughout the Swiss stages. And of course, a special mention to TNZ's Harley in game 2. The last time we saw Harley in the M series was in M3. So it's been a while. Tell us about it. Why did you guys decide to pick Harley? What was the idea behind it?
Antrenman maçlarımızda sürekli denediğimiz için ve iyi çalıştığı için aldık.
In Scream, we tried a lot and it worked very good, so we pick it.
I see. So you guys have tried it on Scream. So since you guys have tried it on Scream, do you perhaps have any tips to give to our audience who maybe want to play Harley in the jungle with this patch?
Harley tips, you mean?
Yeah, Harley tips.
Yani dash atmaktan korkmamaları gerekiyor ben çünkü sınırsız dash'i var.
Do not be afraid to dash because you have infinite dash.
Yes, do not be afraid to use your skills. Really, really good tip. And of course, Sigiboom, with the knockout stage officially secured for you guys, how confident is Aurora Gaming as a whole team entering into the knockout stages and, you know, perhaps beating your previous best record in the M Series?
Mutluyuz, zaten çok çalışmıştık. Buraya kadar gelmeyi planlıyorduk. Çok söyleyecek bir şey yok zaten. İyi oynamadım. Umarım daha çok gelişiriz.
He said we were expecting to be here. We worked very hard. He said I didn't play well, but he said hopefully we can fix it. I can fix it, he said.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how confident are you?
Kaç?
Ha. 8, 8.
8.
8. Okay, hopefully by the time we enter the knockout stages, it eventually increases to a 10 out of 10 in terms of confidence. And of course, Pagu, congratulations. We all know that you are the new member of the family in Aurora Gaming. Pagu, as somebody new in the team, do you have anything you want to say to your teammates? Maybe how proud you are of them, or anything like that?
Yeah, I just want to say that so far I enjoyed the competition and I hope we can do much better next games.
I really like that. Anything for the fans, Pagu?
Well, I love my fans. That's all I can say.
I'm pretty sure your fans love you too. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Aurora Gaming is the third team to officially qualify for the knockout stages. Aurora Gaming, you may now celebrate your victory in the player room. Congratulations. And of course, to our casters, I am now throwing it back to you guys to give us a rundown on what happened in this incredible full series.
Thank you very much, Rose. And yes, even in the interview, we heard that they were saying that they were having position issues, you know, some communication issues. But yeah, I really feel like it's really on that positioning. And in the knockout stage, 100% that will get punished.
Yes, and that's where 100% they need to get it worked on by tomorrow, right, Max? Because there's going to be a lot more that you will have to innovate. So you can't just be like, all right, we just have to fix the errors and the breaks that we have. We need to be like, all right, one day for fixing errors, all of the rest, we need new strategies. Because knockout stage, a lot of teams will be preparing lots of more drafts. We already saw the Freya Gold in Swiss stage. I don't know what we're going to see in the knockout stage. We saw Innocent play the Sora Gold, so
I mean, we've seen Harley.
Harley.
Exactly.
Unlimited dash.
Exactly. They need more, right? They need more.
Yeah. That's what they mentioned, though, right? They did mention that it can't be all scrims. That's clear by the way that they played these games. They definitely need to sit back one of these days and just kind of focus on the things they have to fix within the game, especially their positioning and execution. Here's the MVP, though, for this Game 3. It's going to be Pagu. I think we're all in agreement here. The tech charges, Pagu's performance in general. And by the way, it's great because when we had that video leading into this matchup, we did highlight that change when Pagu came into the lineup instead of Apex 47, when Apex 47 went to coaching. And I mean, look at this performance that we got to see from him. You know, I think he had a big.
I like that we're starting off him dying.
Yeah, well, hey, that's part of a roamer's job, and you die a lot for your team, right? But Pagu did a lot of things throughout the series here, and it just so happened that, especially this one, was on that grok, the setups he was able to accomplish.
Yeah, and it's really about the impact and the game-winning play. Because that was not possible if it was done by anyone else. Lunar could have gotten it, but he didn't. It was on Pagu actually getting Sano. And Sano was having a basically, just like game number 2, an amazing game. A game that he was set up to carry.
Yeah. He had an amazing game because of the positioning that he had. And again, you can always see him play so far back. So the rest of the team had an easy way to peel from him. Yep. For him, sorry. But in the last skirmish, it was just so awkward because he had to go for the fight. Ooh. And man, it was Pagu who saw that Sano was compromised his position as well. It was either he flickered out, didn't get CC'd, and maybe would have still been able to turn the game around, or no, right? I mean, at that point, you need to take that risk. And it was Pagu who saw it. It was Pagu who took the risk. And the whole team followed through. It was a really, really good call and a really good catch by Pagu.
And this is what I like about grok. To a certain extent, Franco as well. You know, large creatures in the land of Dawn, but yet they're super fast. They're like walking contradictions, Or maybe you could even call it an oxymoron. See, that's another big word.
That's a big word.
That's a pretty big word, where you think that it's slow, but no, Grok is super fast. Especially with that flicker,
Yeah.
it's very hard for you to react to it.
I was just gonna say that it's hard to even react to that combo from Grok, and you know that's why he's picked up so many times. He's prioritized so many times. The setup potential, not to mention the rampart. Like I feel like that's another thing
That's huge, man.
really throws things off for the game plan of teams that are opposing the Grok. It's just because you know your exit routes and your kind of escape plans can be stopped with a rampart in your face.
It's nice if you go in game, you check the coding, and you read the coding for the Earthen Rampart. It actually makes it so that when you're close enough, it just automatically spawns behind your opponents, ensuring there's a knockback.
There you go.
Fun fact.
That's very strong.
Yeah, so just learn coding and then see what other abilities have that priority, and then you'll do well. Kind of like Kalia. Kalia has priority over most abilities.
Yeah, the Tsunami Slam?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why Kibo used it against a Kaja, I believe.
Yeah.
Kaja Flicker, ult, and then Tsunami
He is
Slam.
very fast.
Yeah. So very, very fast. That's what you can see. And you can see the gold curve as well dip down.
Ooh.
This has been the case. I think we can see game 2, and it will be even more, like back and forth. But yes, that is the case for, I think, the Aurora games for game 2, game 3. I don't know what it was, man, because game number 1, it was so clean. It was actually, it felt like, wow, they're ready for knockouts.
I was not super satisfied with the games coming in from both teams, but at the same time, you can see the potential. It's just that when you see them at their highest, and then you see them not performing as you thought they would, it just leaves you wanting more.